A new rehousing scheme has begun at Erskineville, Sydney, as the New South Wales government forges ahead with its policy to clean up congested areas and slums, building with bricks and mortar for Sydney's finer future. No less than 20 streets over 153 acres of formerly congested areas will be resumed to build, as just the first part of the scheme, 330 flats. Rents within the reach of all, and there'll be lawns, gardens, playing space for children. Better housing, better living at Erskineville.
Well, the rehousing scheme never got past stage one, and Erskineville wasn't transformed as they'd planned. It's a typical inner-city suburb of Sydney.
Hi, dude. This is Bittleshire. This is where I live.
Down the street from the church is terrace housing built in the 1880s, and on the other side are those pioneering Housing Commission flats. And from being regarded as slums in the 30s, these terraces are now protected by the National Trust.
This is Shane's place.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Glenn. Hello.
It's a lively and dynamic street with a mix of languages, religions, politics and attitudes that's a microcosm of Australia today.
That's where Michael lives.
Good day, Kevin.
And although the bricks and mortar remain the same, social changes are affecting the lives of all of us. This film is about this street and its people, and those changes.
Well, I've lived in Erskineville all my life, and that now is 56 years. It's a long time.
Maureen represents Erskineville on the Council of the City of Sydney. She has vivid memories of her childhood here.
Oh, it was lovely. Despite what people might have thought about, a slum area, it was never that to us. It was a beautiful area to live in. It was a very warm kind of area. Everybody knew everybody, and yet at the same time we weren't all, too familiar with people, because all families, especially at that time, they all had their problems. I mean, things were very hard. In fact, I think you could say that it was most people were poor.
I was born in the next street around, Malcolm Street, born in the front room, as a matter of fact. All my memories are here, my parents, my family, and it was a hard life, tough. You had to look after yourself. It was a good life, yeah.
Most of the people who lived here then were tenants, like Mick, but 12 years ago he was able to buy his house.
Oh, yes. You never had any money or anything like that. Your parents never had nothing. You was just surviving, I suppose you'd call it, yes. But no one had anything to buy in here. It was Housing Commission side of the thing, and they all went out the west, Liverpool, around Green Valley and all those type of places. I suppose about 25 years ago, we've got the ethnic groups moved in, and there's Italians and Greeks and Yugoslavs mainly.
Stoiner, Mara and Anna are close friends. Anna is from Italy, and Stoiner and Mara are first-generation Australians whose parents are Yugoslav.
Oh, yeah, we're friends. We walk into each other's place and out, and it's really friendly. We cook each other's food. If Anna's mother makes some spaghetti or something, they'll come in and let us taste it. And
We've got good neighbours, well, like myself, we're foreign people on this side. Portuguese, which are great. They are really great. I'm not just saying it, they are. Very, very good people.
Teresa working today?
Teresa and Luciano came from Portugal and moved into Binning Street 7 years ago. They have 2 young children, Yolanda and Glenn.
Yeah, so you're going to ruin our breakfast. Aren't you helping with the roller doll? Why not?
At number 8, Rhonda and Gordon have lived in the street for 18 years. Gordon's a waterside worker and Rhonda has a part-time job. Their children have grown up.
Here, if you get lonely inside, you just get a bit fed up. You feel like a bit of company. You come as far as your front porch or your front gate and there's always someone to talk to, If you go up the shopping centre, everybody talks. And I don't know, living in some of the other suburbs, the houses are a lot further away from the street. You know, going out in your front porch isn't going to get you a conversation with somebody, you know. So, but here, it does. You know, you go out the back lane to put the garbage out. There's people out the back lane. You always have a talk. Everybody's friendly.
We've got different groups in now. Well, I call them trendies, but they're professional people. We have just up the street here, we have a doctor, and down this way, just a couple of doors in, we have a solicitor and that type of thing, and they're all different now. When our day, it was just labourers and nothing, you know. We were nothing, no education or anything like that.
As you come. Oh, there we are. Big shake. Good boy.
Can you get me down?
All right, where's the gamma wash?
I want to see Lisa. I'm going to go and get
Jennifer and Philip were newcomers to Sydney when they moved in here 4 years ago with their children, James and Christina.
Duck. Duck. Ducky, come on. Duck, come here. Come on, Duck. Come on. Come on. Oh, poor McDuck. Come on. Come on.
Well, we didn't have very much cash. We'd just come back from an overseas holiday and we didn't know Erskineville existed, and we came round just on the off chance of seeing a good house, and we found a good house with a beautiful tree right in front of us.
It's filthy again.
We should have got a black dog, I think.
That's right. You ready?
Oh, dear.
Ruby was recently widowed. She lives alone.
Where's Daddy gone to work? Eh? It's my company, this window here. I sit here and I look out and I see friends. If they're on the other side of the street, they wave to me and I wave back to them. And it passes the time.
This house is rented by a group of students. Megan's a media student and musician, and Gary an aspiring actor.
And so you're right here and ready to come on. So make sure that when you're going to come on for your piece, that you're wedged yourself in here, ready to burst through.
Yeah.
All right? So you can stand here. It doesn't matter if anyone can see you.
Can we try that you and Jodie can work better?
All right, let's see. We hit one line and then we say.
There is nothing like a dream.
Jodie, you go on.
Okay, so Tracy, listen. Tracy and Beth have finished, and now Mark Elliman's coming along.
Gee, that was quick.
Well, with just
Did we do it?
no, with whatever he's going to do.
Debbie, here, Puss, up there again, eh? Debbie, she's hiding again.
Henry and Shafiq live across the lane with their mother Lucy and grandparents. They're from Tonga.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
She there? They were right at the end. Debbie, here, Puss. Hey, Debbie. Oh, and you should come for her. Come on. She's coming up. Yeah, hold on. No, don't worry. Can you hear? Play some more! Megan?
What do you want to hear?
Anything!
Okay.
It's 24 Rand.
Binning Street had a constant, regular flow of heavy traffic until the residents and council got together and closed off one end of the street. Eventually, it'll be a grassed reserve with benches and trees. Lucy's door is always open. Each Sunday after church, it's a Tongan custom to celebrate with a family feast.
Oh, that's yours, Lucy. Can you pass it? So I can cut. Look, would you say? Pray my grandpa first, thanks. Yeah. You rehearse for their play. And who cried? Where I put the chop suey? I think I put it up in here.
Look at Debbie sitting on Mummy's chair. Auntie Lucy feeding the cat.
Lucy's sister Adelaide and her 3 daughters always come over and join in.
You know, we were talking in terms of how relatives were helping each other. It was a week before I was due to come out to Australia. I have no fares at the time. And we were having our dinner. And my dad noticed I was very quiet, and he said, oh, what's the matter? And I said, I'm going to Australia next week to do nursing. And he said, are you? And I had no fees, you know, I mean, what you call it, the plain fares. So Dad called my uncles and aunties. Everybody came. And Dad, you know, it was like a family gathering. And Dad says, so Ida has to go to Australia next week. And it was, I think, £98, the fare over. It was an enormous amount of money. So anyhow, the rest of the uncle just went out their way. One killed his cow and sold it in the market. The others harvested the garden and sell them in the market. So within a week, I had my fare and a pocket money to come out. You know, it's just the way the family are, the extended family. And it was very different when I came in here, whereas you just live in your nuclear setup with Mum and Dad and the children. That was very acutely felt, actually. It's very different from where I come from. We do look after our old ones at home, and they really have a special place because their advice are, you know, being sought after. And they are the head of the family, and I think that's why our old folks, they have the most respected position, and they're being part of the family, and I think that keeps them young as well.
Grandpa, when you were born, did you have a haircut up there?
No.
You just grew up like that?
Oh, when I was like you, just like your hair. But when I'm getting old...
All falls out?
Yes.
And
this is natural.
Natural.
Yes. I wish it wouldn't be like that.
Everyone's going to be.
Yes. Yes, my hair is not like this when I growing up. When I was on your size, I just exactly the same with your hair. But when I'm getting old, because I'm 80 years of age now. See how old I am?
82, Grandpa.
Say 80.
I don't think I'm going to grow old in Australia. I prefer to go back to Tonga. Because I want to, yes, and I want to get to my parents' age. If I stay here, I don't think I'll reach that age. Plus, I have somebody to look after me, so I won't be in a home.
Morning, Dick. Morning, Dickie. How are you? I'm going down here. Where? Oh, home. Home all the time. I've seen you. See you.
Everybody knows Sister Monica in this street. She's a regular visitor here for people who have no families.
Morning, Ruby. How are you?
Not too bad today, thank you.
That's good.
Come on then.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very well, yes.
That's
What have you done to your arm?
Oh, that's what I've always got to have that on. Sit over here, sister.
How are you managing otherwise?
Oh, very hard. Very lonely.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
Yeah, very, very lonely, sister. But I do miss George terrible.
you will,
Oh, I
and
miss
that
him
doesn't
in
get any easier.
everything I do and anything, you know, my thoughts, he's never out of my thoughts. I'm all the time worried and frightened if I ever got real sick, what would happen to me.
Yes, that's right.
But I would never like him to put me into a home or anything, because I'd never go.
No.
I'd rather be on my own. You can do what you like.
Yeah.
You can put your TV on and watch what you want to watch. You can go to bed when you like. You don't have to, you know, do what everybody else does. I'd rather be on my own.
Yes. Well, remember, I've told you any time that you can't manage.
Thank you
Let me
very
know.
much. Thank you. And Father Brennan pulled me up the other day.
Did he?
And he said to me, look, Ruby, he said, he always calls me Ruby.
Yes.
He said, anything you need, he said, anything at all, any messages, anything. He said, don't be afraid to. Ring me up, he said, and I'll be down there.
I've seen old people here in Erskineville, and really they have no one, practically no one to visit them. You see, just at the back of the primary school there where we were this morning, the boys were playing in the lane, and their ball went into the garden. So they followed it into the garden, climbed in, and then looked through the window and saw a person lying on the floor. They went home, told their parents, and the man reported it to the police. Police came down, and the coroner and the autopsy proved that she'd been dead for more than a year. So I went to the postman one day and said, listen, surely you've been putting in letters or telephone accounts or gas accounts or something. Did you not realize that the letters were not being picked up? I said, I didn't, Father. And that has happened since then. A person's been lying dead for 2 months in a house, and just nobody realized it.
Stojna, your parents have traditional Yugoslav views about your upbringing. They're very protective. How do you feel about this?
Just at the moment, it doesn't matter that like my parents are keeping me at home because I've got lots of work to do, and I suppose if they let me go out every Saturday night, I would go out and I wouldn't do any homework or anything. But when I'm older, I'd like them to let me go out more often. But it's just that I'm scared that they'll keep it just the way it is.
Yeah, but look, at 17, I wasn't allowed to bring a boy home. I wasn't allowed to go out in the night. I only started going out in the evenings when I was 18, 19. And Mara and Stormer are 16, and I'm 20, going on 21.
Have you got a job?
No, I haven't. I'm unemployed at the moment, and it's not really easy finding a job when you've had one for so long.
What were you doing?
I was making shoes, a shoe factory in Sydenham. And apparently the boss said to me that there was hardly any work left, and I thought that was unfair because I've been there for 4 years. So...
What are you doing about it? Are you going to the CES?
Yeah, a lot. Looking at newspapers.
And does that make things hard at home, you're not having a job?
Yeah, it does, because Mum and Dad are the only people working, and there's 7 of us living at home. So it's not easy. Not, you know, not money-wise, because Mum doesn't mind, but just... I don't like being at home because it's boring. You know, looking at the same walls all day. I get up early because Mum goes to work, and I make all the beds and sweep the house and mop it. But once that's all done, you just sit there and it's just boring. Sometimes I get really mad and just want to get out of the house for a while.
But there's
So-
nowhere to go because all her friends are working or at
Yeah.
school or something.
And I get very nervous and, like, I feel like getting into a closet and screaming. I used to do that a lot at work. I used to go to the toilet and just scream. Yeah, and I'd feel better after a while because everybody'd be hassling me. Yeah? I don't like to be hassled.
If I were her now, I'd do voluntary work in an office, and just to get the experience you need, because every job you go to, they ask you if you've got experience. I did voluntary work because I thought I'd like to do law when I leave school, and I just wanted to see what it's about before I went and did a degree at uni. And I don't want to get married and have kids at 16 like the other Yugoslavs do. They're taught to stay at home and have children, and I don't believe all that.
I reckon I'm still a bit young to get married. People say, you know, you're old, you're old. I said, I don't care. But,
Do you want a different life to your mother's?
yeah, because, not that Mum got married early. She got married when she was my age. And it's just that I don't want to get tied down so quickly because I'm still young. I want to go out raging more.
Gary and Megan, you're friends, and you share this house together.
Yeah.
Do you ever find yourselves acting out husband and wife type roles?
No.
No. Megan and
Definitely not.
Well, actually, I'd say, in a way, sort of, might come across like that to some people. Well, the fact that Megan and I have known each other for quite some time, and when we go out, sort of, coupling arms or whatever, people are sure to look at us and think, oh, there's the perfect married couple, but you have to admit, we do play up to that sometimes.
Yeah, but I don't think the way that the house is arranged.
Not the way the house is arranged, though. Not like
Married
that.
couple.
No, not at all.
Megan, do you ever find yourself saying things to Gary like the things your mother says to your
I've
mother?
heard, not what my mum, no, not what my parents would have said to me.
No.
No.
I mean, we've argued, but I think
Yeah.
all people argue when they live together.
You know, it's just Megan and I just have known each other for a long, long time, and we know sort of what we're like. We lead completely different lifestyles, really. So we wouldn't really come across like that in the house, as the way it's arranged. I think Megan and I've got a certain amount of love between us, which I think is unique. I love Megan very much, to be honest. She is my closest friend.
Rhonda, how long have you and Gordon been married?
22 years this year. So nearly 22 years.
Was it an early
Seems longer.
It's not a life sentence. Yeah, I was only 15. What were you, 20?
Yeah.
Just turned 20.
Yeah.
So got married fairly young. You know, it's, I suppose it's got its disadvantages getting married that young, but worked out well for us.
It's got its advantages too.
And how did you feel about male and female roles?
How I was brought up was the woman doesn't go to work, you know, and the husband is the breadwinner.
Yeah.
And that's the way my father was brought up and I was brought up, and, you know, you tend to believe in it, and then it becomes necessary for the wife to go to work, so...
What about the husband's traditional role as the one who makes the major decisions? Is that something you thought about?
No, I just think I just assumed that Gordon would have the final say. You know, I mean, he's the one that's got to pay the bills and everything else, so if anything that was important, Gordon naturally had the final say as far as I was concerned. But I mean, everything we do, we talk over anyway. It's,
But it wasn't always like that.
No, you used to have the say completely, really.
That's
when we
right,
first
yeah,
married.
because of the upbringing. You know.
Mm.
But that changes as you mature, you know. You think, well, it's two people's responsibility, so two people should be in on it and talking about it.
Well, when I got sick, I just couldn't do the work, so it fell back on Gordon because the kids were only young, so someone still had to get the meals, do the washing and everything else. So Gordon took over and he did it. But, well, now he knows how much is involved, so you give a hand.
I never realised how hard it was until I did it myself. You know. I don't think a lot of people do.
What's so hard about doing housework?
Well, a woman's work never stops. You know, there's always something to do. And you don't realise it until you actually try and do it yourself. I wouldn't swap positions for anything. You know, it's a man goes to work, he comes home, he expects to have his meal and be looked after. And a woman's been sort of working all day and she still never stops. She's got the dishes to do after the meal and, you know, there's always something to do.
People think that if a man does the housework or the cooking, it's bad for his ego. Do you think that's true?
It's up to himself and his own mind. I've never had anybody query my image, you know, my masculinity. I think that if you let it worry you, maybe, yes, but not really.
If anything is ever calculated to change your attitudes, it's to get married. And I worked for after I was married, and then I had the babies. I'm going to the town hall, thanks, driver. Right. I had the roles, in my mind, very well structured. I mean, my role was here of a day with the kids, and if they played up at 9 o'clock in the morning, well, what the hell should I wait till Wal got home at 5 o'clock at night? I mean, if they wanted to be belted then, I'd belt them or hit them or whatever. So, you know, I was 47 when I went to work. And by that time, all the kids had grown, and I had then changed. I believe that you have separate roles. I mean, at home, I'm like a mother and a wife, and I've got the ironing to do, and I've got to get meals. But then, as I say, when I walk out the door, well, and I'm going to council, I leave the front door, well, I'm alderman and I'm council and I'm all business. And I like the division. Right, I'll open the meeting of the Properties Committee. Is there any apologies? I've had one, and that's from Graham O'Neill, who'll be here a little later. And Alderman Lenny is on his way down. So now we'll move on to the first item, which is 149 Broadway, and it's the lease to Mr. Watman.
Yolanda, you're on the bus.
L'anno vastante va a tratarne.
Oh, un éxito completo.
No, si me interrumpe. Usted no sabe lo que acaba de pasar. ¿Qué pasó?
Portugal was, you know, the most important family. Because when it comes Christmas time, Easter time, just myself, wife and kids, nothing else here. On holidays, when I was back home, it was a big party. Say, cousins, mother, father, you know, it's all the family together. That's how I feel.
Teresa, in Portuguese families, who does what?
Oh, the women used to do housework and take care of the kids, and the men do the outside work.
And who's the head of the family?
The man.
Who's the head of this household then?
Of course I am.
Are you working at the moment?
I was retrenched the last 3 months ago. I used to be work for the breweries, and they pay off, you know, because they want to close the place, and looking for a job, I couldn't find a job. She lucky, she got a job, she worked it, you know. I can't stay all the time like this. I have to do something. It's not a good example of wife work and husband stay home. That's why I want him for. You know, not for me, not fair. Wife work day and night for, you know, keep me on. That's only one thing you have to say.
Well, perhaps then I'll stop and he starts work when he finds a job. You know? I'll have a rest then.
What are you doing with your time at the moment, Luciano?
Fishing.
Well, it's not always fishing, going shopping, do
Oh, that's my
market.
shop, yeah.
You know, it's help sometimes on clean the carpet.
Takes care of Glenn.
You know, takes care of Glenn. Well, on what I can do, you know, but sometimes I don't feel do anything because I think about it, you know. That's what's going to happen on the fish, you know, because go looking for a job and come back, wouldn't find a job and sit down, have a cigarette or coffee or whatever. You know, I don't feel do anything. That's what happens. Can't do much about it. Just waiting.
And Teresa, you're doing the work here at the moment, supporting the family. What about the house, the children? Are you doing that too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She have one day off, like
I
today.
have 1 day off.
You're washing, iron, do everything. Well, when you say she work every day at night, she don't work every day at night. She said, for example, the kids going to the school, all right? She starts work, for example, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, because she do the carpet, washing, clean everything, and the start work, say, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So how late will you stay up tonight?
Oh, 11:30, midnight.
Come on, Rosie.
Ozzy, hey. Come on, girlie.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Yolanda.
This is Kevin. He's a very close friend of our family. And every morning, because his mother's got to rush to work, and he comes to our place and I make breakfast for him and me, sometimes for my brother. Yeah.
She can get that load up in a year, she'll make witches history.
Come on. Come on, girlie. Horse, bring it here. Come on, bring the ball. Give us it. Come on. Come on, have your brekkie. Wasn't many people out there this morning, Dale, no one. Pretty quiet. Yep. I can still smell them biscuits on the stove from last night. Thanks, Pete. Couldn't see any workmen at the end of the street. Doesn't look like they're going to do anything there today either.
We have a very special occasion, and we have Father here this morning to present some badges. So when I call your name out, if you'd like to come and get your badge from Father. And Tasso is the schoolboy's captain.
Oh! You take this over to Mr. Quick. Here. You happy?
Yes, Father.
You're going to do your best?
Yes, Father.
And remember, no favoritism. God bless.
The girl vice captain is Rebecca Garvin.
There you are. I feed them because I love them. And I know that they're just strays, you know, they're wild. And got to know them, they get to know me. I can walk down them steps there having nothing in my hand, they come and fly in my arms and everything. Ah. Come on, sweetheart, what do you No, want? I've got no names, so What near do them. you want? The white one, the white pigeon, I call him Bionda. Well, that means white one in Italian. And that's the only one. Come on. Because he's spoiled. Do you know they made my arms bleed here yesterday?
Oh, what do you want, eh? Just what do you want, eh? What? What do you want?
They did really, yeah. They're fighting on my arm to, you know, to get on there, and they hung on that tight.
Come on.
Want to play with John? What do you want?
Like in them days, like you didn't walk your kids to school, but I mean, I took Mary to school. I took Mary over to the Lady Gowrie, to the child centre. Now, I took her over there, and my father was appalled to think that why would we need to take a child to the child centre? Even that statement alone would indicate just how things had changed. The Lady Gowrie was a part and parcel of this community by then.
Like it? Nice. What's your...
I told you if it's good, I know
Is this
it's
your
good.
work? Is this
That's
yours?
my baklava. I did it last
look,
night.
you did it. Looks
Yeah.
beautiful. That's for you.
My husband, he's such a good man, but lately he done up that way, so I couldn't cope. He's a Muslim and I'm a Christian. not only that, but his life changed after his parents came. Hurry up, Teppy. And he started to drink very heavy, and he started to come very late in the morning and shout around and fight to me and make the boys run. And that's the only way for us to be separated and see what we can do in the future. If I can't put myself back to the way he wants me, and if he can't put himself back to the way I want him to be, we will have a divorce, that's all.
Come on, Debbie.
Very rare in Tonga to see anybody's divorce. It's very rare. But what can I do?
Shafiq, look at your hanky.
Oh, Mum.
Oh.
Oh, Mum.
I love it.
I love you too.
That's good. Yeah. What happened? You don't like the jelly? All right then. The same as Shafiq. Come on, eat quickly because it's not enough time.
Okay.
That's all, Apple.
That's all.
You eat, but hold on for the plate before it drops. Shafiq, you put it in your pocket, Henry.
I don't want it, please.
Why? Henry, you must keep your hanky in your pocket. That's right. Onto the button. Yeah. And how is the school today?
It's good.
That's good.
Mum,
Yeah?
just to say again. When I was he did not do anything. Just go behind and jump. Then
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
And Teresa, how many garments would you make in a week?
Oh, depends what style. 70, 50, if they are hard. If they are easy, about 80. 85.
And
this week I have 109. Because I left from last week some, I couldn't do. And I have to finish this week.
And how does that make you feel?
Tired. Oh.
And what will you be paid for each one?
$2.50.
How long will it take to make each one?
Maybe 3/4 of an hour. Sometimes takes me an hour. You know, the first one is always takes always more time than the other ones.
Teresa, how long have you been sewing?
About 12 years. It's a lot of time.
Puss, puss. Puss, 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 puss. Puss, puss. Puss, 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 puss. Puss, 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 puss. Come on, Alexander, where are you? Come on. Ah, darling, come on. Puss, puss, puss. Come on. Your daddy's home. Yeah.
you at school tomorrow. Yes, see you. See you, Tasso. Mama.
You never sit?
Look.
Yes.
I'm a school captain, daughter.
Very nice.
I hope I'm not breaking any union laws or rules. Oh, gee, it's picked a beautiful tree, didn't you? Isn't it nice? Lovely. Yes. That's a little excuse to have a rest. You can say something else?
Give us some more water.
A bit more water? Thanks, Wayne. Go on. Well, you know, once the traffic study's completed and all those recommendations that they've got talking about, and I'd say talking about,
What is the
when they're
strength
all
of it, all these little reserves?
well, it's just that they want to close off the street so that the traffic, like as you say, all that heavy traffic that was racing down here, well, naturally it can't get in.
Racing
So
down
rather than just have it looking bare, they've evolved this streetscape system, which I think looks, you know, terrific. Overall, it must add to it.
In August, I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little tot with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy. I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as a flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love with a wonderful guy. How are you? How are you today? Good? Where's little Robert? Where's little Robbie? You know Robert?
Don't you give me no dirty looks. Just you go and study those books. Tell your hoodoo friends outside.
Jerry.
Charlotte, may I sometimes come here?
Whenever you like. It's your home, too. There are people here who love you.
And look at you, Antina. Share with you peace and content.
Of course. And just think it won't be for this time only. That is if you help me keep what we have. And we'll both try hard to protect that little strip of territory that's ours. And we can talk about your child.
Our child.
Thank you.
But Charlotte, will you be happy here?
Jerry. Hi. Let's not ask for the moon. We have the stars. Good, Peter. You know how to sort of regulate like in a movie.